Hey guys, Jeff Eats from Endurance Train here. I'm going to talk about the deadlift and deadlifting for life today. So, why would we deadlift for life? Well, let's lead off by saying it's one of the best exercises that there actually is out there. It's the purest form of strength. Just the ability to lift something heavy off the ground demonstrates the most strength. So, in addition to that, well, think about our lifestyles. The majority of us occasionally have to help move heavy things. Lift a big box off the ground, even as simple as a couple heavy grocery bags, picking those up and carrying those. So it applies every day in our life. Majority of the time you hear about somebody who ends up with some lower back pain, a lot of times it's because they had trouble when they were either shoveling some snow or lifting those grocery bags off the ground. Shoveling snow, by the way, is a deadlift. See, comes in handy all the time. So it's generally it's just a basic life movement, and we do it way more than we realize. All the time I have a client say to me, hey, I don't need a deadlift. I'm not a power lifter. I don't need to be doing those types of exercises. Well, my counter to that one really is its application to real life. So as I was saying, with all these different examples, okay, fine, you're not lifting with a barbell or a kettlebell in general life, but you are deadlifting, and you will be for the rest of your life, whether it's groceries, kids, grandkids. You're going to have to pick something up off the ground. We just want to make sure that you're going to do it correctly. The world record in the deadlift is over 1,000 pounds. It's not somebody like me. It might not be somebody like you who's lifting 1,000 pounds, but it just gives you some concept of how much weight can actually be lifted off the ground by someone who probably weighs about 200 or 300 pounds themselves. So that's 3 to 4 times somebody's body weight that they're actually able to lift off the ground. It's impressive, but it's doable for some people. Anyhow, all right, so from here, let's get into it a little bit. What is a deadlift? Well, like I said, it's when you're coming down to the ground, you're lifting something up and then coming up. Well, how's that vary from a squat? Well, bottom line is the angles that you're using and the muscles that you're using. So when you're doing a squat, you're gonna end up hinging at 3 points: hips, ankles, and knees. So as you come down, you're gonna have sort of different angles from each of them, but relatively equal. When it comes to the deadlift, it's going to be about 20% from the lower portion, and 80% of that movement is going to come from the hips. So a squat would be from here. The deadlift, your knees are not going to bend so much, and you're actually going to bend at those hips. So first off, reason is you're going to use the biggest muscles in your body. Those are your glutes and your backside and hamstrings. They're the strongest and the most productive muscles that you've got going for you. So you're going to use those to lift that stuff off of the ground. Excuse me. All right, so let's now quickly get into how to do it. For starters right now, we get it as a warm-up. Alignment, okay? I'm gonna use this little bar here to give a demonstration. You need to be from tailbone up to your head, nice and straight. So I've got my head touching, got my T-spine touching, and I've got my tailbone all touching this bar. And now when I come down to pick up that heavy weight or whatever I'm doing, I'm going to keep those, and I'm going to keep everything in alignment. This is a yes, this is a no. This is a yes, this is a no. As soon as you start bending at that spine, especially your lower lumbar spine, that's going to actually start doing all the work. I can tell you right now, your glutes, hamstrings can lift 50 to 100 pounds off the ground without too much trouble. Your lower back, I wouldn't test it. Not gonna work. All your back has to do is stabilize, and you're gonna use those glutes to actually do the lifting from there. Excuse me. Second part, you're gonna keep that weight close to your body. If we lean out here to pick something up, we're already in a compromised position. So we wanna keep that weight close to us. So if we pull this kettlebell over, I'm gonna use this kettlebell as my demonstration for today. I want that weight right underneath me. So when I come down to pick it up, travel straight up. If I start from here, I'm already, like I said, in a compromised position, trying to reach out to go get it. I want it underneath me. I'm going to lift it from there. That's important with your setup. Reason we'll do that, here's your warm-up. Hands on your hips, glide them right down. Almost like a toe touch, but again, keeping those shins touching your hands. All right, now, how do I lift this? Leaning it off from the front side. Your feet are going to be shoulder width apart. If it's a barbell, it's going to be the same application. The difference here is I'm going to have my hands on the inside to grab this, whereas on a barbell, I'm going to have my hands just on the outside. So from there, you want your chest proud and you want your neck neutral. Chest proud meaning up like this, not down like this. So chest proud, neutral head. Again, if you have that white bar again, this is neutral. Now, as you stand up and you lift it, when you come down, again, keeping your head at a neutral, just like this. What we see often is people kink their necks. They're trying to keep that chest proud and look up. And now they're doing this. The more flexion you put into that spine, the tighter it's going to be. We don't want that. You're just adding tension all the way down your posterior chain. So when you come down, keep that head neutral, stand on up, boom, lift. Back down and lift. Again, just keeping in mind, it's going to apply to your everyday life. Got some groceries, 2 heavy bags, going to lift those up. No problem, honey. I got it taken care of. Boom, bring those groceries on into the house.